Urshifu, Tornadus, Ogerpon, that's fire, Fluttermane, Therian, Landorus, and we got King Gambit. So we do need to be able to outspeed. So I'm going to bring in Tornadus, and I'm not 100% sure who they're going to bring out on their end, because it could be any one of these Pokemon, but I'm less likely to use Arcanine for this match just because of King Gambit and his competitiveness or defiant ability. We're going to instead bring in Iron Hand in case if it is something that we have to worry about right away. Actually, do we need to worry about? Yes, we do. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna bring in Garchomp, Urshifu, Iron Hands and Tornadus is gonna be what we face first, and then we will go from there. So yeah, you guys get a 6 match today. For some reason, it told me I needed 2, and I didn't think about it. So here's your bonus match. Hopefully it doesn't go over the thing. Tornadus and King Gambit right off the bat. So we're gonna go ahead and get started off with our own Tailwind so that we outspeed, and then we're just going to go straight into the Wild Charge on the Tornadus to knock it off the field. Now they're probably thinking, oh, you're going to hit, you know, King Gambit. You know, Sucker Punch could do something, but it's probably not, not going to do anything. It'll probably be left open to do a Sword Stance, but probably nothing more than that, as we can try to hope. It is a Dark Steel type. King Gambit does go for the Protect, so we're not worried about that whatsoever. I'm going to activate Tailwind so that I'm super speedy, but oh, they go for the Bleak Wind. Does a little bit to the Tornadus, or about half for the Tornadus, a little less than half, and very little to the Iron Hands, but I'm going to knock out this Tornadus, and they do not get a Tailwind advantage. Recall comes in and does a little bit to our Iron Hands, which is unfortunate, but with King Gambit out there, all that HP is going to come back to me eventually. I can just only hope. Here comes Landorus. Okay. So we should do a double swap. We're gonna bring in Garchomp for Tornadus. I'm gonna Drain Punch. We are gonna do the double swap. We are going to, because Landorus is gonna knock out Iron Hands or get pretty close. So the double into that slot could be very apparent, and everyone goes with like the Assault Vest build. So Sucker Punch is also going to be very call-like. So we're going to try to not get hit with either one of those by retreating both my Pokemon. So I reveal all 4, which I'm okay with, because none of my Pokemon are weak against anything that they have on that side of the field, as far as I'm aware. And getting that -1 is dope. Sucker Punch goes up, so King Gambit does nothing again this turn. And Rock Slide comes out from the Landorus and does very little to both my Pokemon. Okay, so Stomping Tantrum. Actually, let's go for the Dragon Claw on the Landorus. Effective, very effective. Actually, let's not. Stomping Tantrum on the King Gambit, because he's probably going to Protect, which means that is going to boost up Stomping Tantrum, and I'm going to hit the Landorus with Surging Strikes. Because I have Tailwind, I do outspeed their Pokemon right now, so even with Scarf, I double their speed. So I'm looking pretty good. They withdrew Landorus so that they can get the -1 next turn, which is totally fine. They bring out the Ogre. Oh no! Mold Breaker comes out, but that's still an Ogerpon. He might not take as much damage because he still has that grass typing, but he is going to suffer for that choice. King Gambit does Terra to Dark. Stomping Tantrum, so he does take a little bit of damage. It's not super effective. Here comes Surging Strikes. That might be enough to KO this Ogerpon. Nope, he's going to live with just a little bit of HP left. Nope, there he goes. 2 Pokemon down. I thought he would live just a little bit, but Swords Dance goes off on the King Gambit. Landorus should be the one coming back. I think he doesn't have any more. We're going to double check here. Because I knocked out Tornadus, so he doesn't have access to Tailwind. Yeah, these are the last 2 Pokemon. Okay, he's got a +2 to attack because of Swords Dance. Surgeon strikes him. Alright, I have Tailwind still, so my Pokemon are going to go off first. Terra Water to go into Urshifu, and I'm going to hopefully knock out this Landorus because it can no longer switch. And anyone that does to protect is going to go right through it. So I think I'm set for the most part. It's not complete victory. The Katao Cleave that could come from King Gambit is going to be very, very large. I do have Iron Hands in the back though, so Stomping Tantrum goes right into the King Gambit, does half of what it did before. Terra Water, Surgeon Strikes into this Landorus. It's oh boy, that's a lot. Yeah, he's gone. So now it's just King Gambit versus my entire team, which may do it. Don't get me wrong. Katao Cleave is coming out. It's probably gonna go for the Garchomp. Like, that's strong. That's, yeah, don't get me wrong. That is strong. That's incredibly strong. Tailwind peered out. Now we'll bring out Iron Hands. He's kind of in a rough spot because I'm going to Fake Out here, and I'm just going to go Surgeon Strikes into that slot, and he can't really prevent any damage coming through. So the battle might be over here. Nope, Fake Out goes in. Couldn't move. Surgeon Strikes. And that's it. T-Tar, Iron Bundle, Tornado, or Tornadus, sorry, not Tornado. Tornadus, we've got Annihilate, Chandelure, that's pretty dope, and Ogerpon, which is a fire type. So we're going to need to be able to withstand a couple of hits from that Iron Bundle for sure. So we will be bringing in our Tornadus because they do have 2 Pokemon that's going to be able to outspeed us for sure. I don't really necessarily have anyone that's Ghosts. I mean, I do have Sinistcha. I don't know if Tornadus is going to be out on the field though, but or at least Iron Bundle. It's going to be really, really odd, but I think Sinistcha is going to be really, really good to bring in here. Let's bring in Urshifu. That way we can knock out Iron Bundle if we need to, and we can also take out the T-Tar, Tornadus. We can also take out Annihilate, and we can also do some good damage against the Chandelure. Iron Hands for Fake Out pressure and anything else that we need in between, and we'll lead in with Sinistcha. I'm gonna leave Garchomp and Arcanine in the back. I don't think they're gonna be really, really helpful here, especially Annihilate. If he has Vital Spirit, we can't put him to sleep. I don't have anyone to do sleep, but if it is Defiant, we're not gonna get very far. And I definitely don't want to proc anything, so hopefully we don't get the minus speeds. So it's Annihilate Tornadus. Gets Urshifu and Tornadus on my end. So we can go in with the Tailwind. We're probably going to do that because they're probably going to set up with Annihilate somehow. Question is, should I take out Tornadus or Annihilate? I think Annihilate might be a little bit more dangerous, but I'm afraid that they'll do their move. We'll do that instead. Okay, so if they used Raging Fist, they called it. Absolutely. I don't know if I'm going to be able to knock him out, but I hope that I do. We're going to Terra Water. Our Urshifu, so that Bleak Wind, if they did click on that on their side, isn't going to be able to knock out my Urshifu. This is generally going to be like a thing that happens. Tailwind is activated on their side, so we saw that happening. And Tailwind goes on my side to even out the speed tiers. Surgeon strikes. Here comes the 3-hit. It's not enough to KO, but it gets pretty close. Well, it might. Let's see. A little bit. Oh, nope. Sister Spare activates, so it will survive the 3 hits. Which is totally fine. But here comes that Rage Fist. Oh, no. It does bulk up instead. Okay. So it gets +1 to defense and attack, but I'm going to Bleak Wind, and I'm probably going to go ahead and hit the Tornadoes. I don't want to go 2 times into the Annihilate slot. I mean, they could protect here, which is totally fine. They would have guessed it. But if they don't protect here, it's going to get knocked out by Bleak Wind. The other option, too, is to swap out, hope that I don't hit into that slot, but if they have to take out Annihilate, or I'm going to knock it out this turn. I don't think Annihilate's going to have enough special defense to withstand a Bleak Wind Storm when he's below 50. Good call to retreat that Annihilate. Probably going to bring out the T-Tar now. I don't know what that is. Nope, it's the Iron Bundle instead. Bleak Wind misses Iron Bundle, but it does hit the Tornadoes. Tornadoes on that side does Bleak Wind, and Urshifu avoids it, so it only hits the Tornadoes on my side. Surgeon strikes. No Cork Drive boost on that Iron Bundle. I don't think it really needs one. But I am noting that there has been no defense loss there. Or no speed increases. So now that it comes out, so it loses its bulk up set all automatically. We're gonna swap out to Iron Hands, and I'm gonna knock out Annihilate. I'm assuming that Iron Bundle is probably gonna Terra here, or it could go for the Annihilate. Now this could have been like a Terra Fire Annihilate set. Protect goes off, so he's hoping I won't go into that slot, but I definitely am because I do literally no damage. Oh, well, that too. I was gonna say I do literally no damage to Iron Bundle, but that freeze dry is like, yeah, that's not. Nope. that ain't doing nothing. All right, we'll bring out Sinistra now. Okay, so we both have Tailwind for how many turns? 1? He doesn't have Tornadoes, right? No, he does not. It's knocked out. Okay, this Tornadoes is down, mine is not. Wild Charge into Iron Hands. And I'm gonna actually... Yeah, let's do that. Let's Matcha Gotcha. Freeze Dry. Sinistra. Not enough to get the KO. Gets pretty close though. So I do appreciate that. Rage Fist. Goes right into the Iron Hands. Not enough to KO still. Matcha Gotcha. Ooh. That's a lot of HP from whoop. That's a lot of HP that I just got from that Iron Bundle. Wild Charge into the Annihilate. Oof. Oof. Even under Tailwind, they were able to outspeed me. But that's okay, because... Like, I'm glad I clicked Matcha Gotcha. I almost went to, like, Shadow Ball, but no, Matcha Gotcha is much better. Leaves the burn for the Annihilate? Yeah, let's do that. Who's your 4th? Ogerpon. Dope. That's dope. Okay, so we're gonna Drain Punch the Ogerpon, swap out to the Tornadoes. We don't need Sinistra taking unneeded damage. Sinistra, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Terra Fire to the Ogerpon. Loses its grass typing and gets a permanent +1 buff to their attack. But once it goes away, it can't come back because that's just how it goes. Boop. Iron Hands loses, which is okay. Iron Hands goes down. Sinister comes back up. Hospitality heals up Tornadus just a bit. Okay. We're gonna Strike Sap, and I'm gonna go ahead and Tailwind. I want the speed boost. Now they could go Spiky Shield here, if they do. That's like the better call that they could do, but it leaves me time to get set up with the Tailwind here. So now I outspeed him indefinitely. Because now even at 90 speed or 91 speed that Sinistra has, I now go higher than Ogerpon's, I think. Anyway. I could be wrong, but I think I do beat that. I'm going to Strength Sap to lower it down, and I'm going to Bleak Wind Storm that side. Bleak Wind Storm. Hits, does quite a bit of damage. Maybe I should have Shadow Balled instead. But no, I want to lower down his attack one stage to make it neutral. So it's now 0. And I heal up to full. So hopefully this will be enough to avoid. But this is a... nope. Nope. Shadow Ball should have been the play there. But that's okay. Bleak Wind Storm, please don't miss. It hits. And we get the KO. Fire Ogerpon goes down. Not bad. I don't think I would have won if I did not use Tailwind there. So we got the dub just because of that. Freeze Dry though. Oof. All right, next up is we've got Torkoal, Charizard, Fluttermane, Landorus, Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Shifty. Okay, so this is a Sun team if I don't know what it is. So we're gonna need to be able to outspeed. I don't think anyone on this list is gonna be able to do Trick Room. I mean, Fluttermane could. They have been able to do it before. Let's see. Let's go Tornadus and start out the fight with Urshifu again. Maybe swap out to Garchomp. That's a lot of fire types. And then Sinistcha. We'll leave Iron Hands and Arcanine in the back. I don't really know how to deal with Shifty. I think he's pure grass type. I don't think I really have anything to deal with that too much. Ugh. That's not good. No, I mean, Tornadus has it, but if he goes down, I really don't have anything. It's all neutral after that. All right, Shiftry and Torkoal versus Urshifu and Tornadus. Okay. So Bleak Wind and close combat? I mean, I could do that. U-turn. Oh, yeah, I mean, that does also hurt him. Let's use U-turn to get Urshifu out of there. I do negate whatever Torkoal's going to do, but I don't really have anything. Bleak Wind Storm misses. He's got Wind Rider. Okay. So it hits the Torkoal for a lot of damage, which is totally good because of Wind Rider. I'm going to hit the Shiftry. So I do not have Chlorophyll. I do outspeed this team. I don't really have to worry about whether or not I'll be able to outspeed Chlorophyll or not. But Wind Rider is a little bit of a complication here. We're going to bring out Garchomp now. Now, because of Wind Rider, we did increase his attack, I think. Shifter will use Tailwind himself. That's dope. To boost his own attack, so he's got +2. And Torkoal is going to use Yawn. Okay. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to rock slide. I'm going to Bleak Wind into rock slide. Yeah, you're going to get a +3 to your thing, but I'm going to hit you for a lot. Oh, shiny Charizard. Let's go. Chip here with the knockoff. Hits Tornadus for a lot of damage. But that's okay. You knocked off his Covert Cloak. I want to rock slide. Oh, that's a double KO. Get out of here. Yeah, knockoff usually doesn't do that much damage, but that's a +2. And Garchomp falls asleep. Garchomp, you lazy bum. You lazy bum. We'll bring out Urshifu. And then bring on Iron Hands. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. And here comes Torkoal again. Even better dopes. We're gonna swap. Oh, should we though? This Torkoal, if it does any fire moves, I'm screwed. How long does Sun have? 3 more turns? Oh no. Oh no. Arrow, water. Close combat. Probably a fake out's gonna hit here. But rock slide. Okay, Terra. Iron Hands. Grass. It's notable. That's okay. Garchomp is asleep. He's taking a nap. Close combat. Run onto this Torkoal. And gets to KO. Defenses drop. No fake out from that Iron Hands though. So it's probably a wild charge. Thunder Punch. Does knock out the Urshifu, but I'm okay with this because Torkoal's off the field. That means Sinistcha can come out here and strut his stuff. Strength Sap this thing all the way to -6 and it can't get knocked out for nothing. So I'm just going to do that. I can't swap out of rock, slide. Okay. Battle's canceled. 2-0, guys. 2-0. I mean, he could have done a lot to Garchomp, but I understand why. Yeah. You ain't doing nothing to Sinistcha. You ain't doing nothing. Oh, you couldn't really hit Garchomp with a lot of moves either. I mean, Drain Punch, but he's ground. But yeah, good luck. All right. So it is going to be Chien-Pao, Iron Hands, Thundurus, Golden Goat, Water Ogerpon, and Enamorus. Okay, so speedy, fast Trick Room team, but probably won't use it because if you're using Thundurus, you're going to want to use a lot of what is it? Thunder Waves, and you're not going to be able to do a whole lot if you Thunder Wave your victory to the ground. I don't know what I want to do. It has a mix. It's really, really weird. Mix, though. I don't really like it. I don't like it at all, in fact. We will Tornadus, Garchomp, and if Chien-Pao is in the mix, I have to use the Terra on Garchomp so that it survives. It's, +4, ×4, I should say. Arcanine, no. I mean, Arcanine would be really good against Golden Go. Iron Hands. We'll go Sinistcha. And if in the event that Enamorus sits the field, I'm gonna go Sinistcha because he's the second slowest person on the team. First is Iron Hands with 70 base speed, so it's not like as slow, but is slow. But I honestly don't think he's gonna go that route. Thundurus, Golden Go right off the bat versus Garchomp Tornadus. So, Tornadus, go ahead and taunt the Thundurus, and we're going to Stomping Tantrum the Golden Go. Withdraw the Golden Go to bring out Enamorus. negates my ground type moves. Here comes to Terra. Goes over to Thunderous. You are Dark. You are ignoring any and all taunts. Gotcha. Good call, by the way. Kind of useless, but good call. Eerie Impulse. Oh no. This is a contractory. Okay. Liquid Storm. Swap. Bring out the Iron Hands. Eerie Impulse raises the special attack 2 stages if he has the that's +4. If he has that scare move, that's gonna hurt a lot too. Oh well, they both get KO'd. I'm losing to a gimmick thing. Dang it! That's not cool. Garchomp. Sinistra. Okay, Terra, and I'm gonna Rock Slide both of them. Well, Iron Head. Yeah, I'm gonna Rock Slide. Rock Slide's gotta be it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just Machagacha that side of the field. So there's nothing else I could do. They used their Terra up already. It's on the Thunderous, so I can't Tailwind him. He hasn't done Tailwind. He's just Eerie Impulse. So Enamorus already being faster than Tornadus. That was weird, by the way. How did Enamorus go faster than Tornadus? Thunderwave over to the Sinistra. I Bleak when Stormed. Does Enamorus have higher speed? It outspeeds my Garchomp. I have to look. Rock Slide. Does Enamorus... This is a fairy type. This is... Oh, it has 106. So it might be fast. 173 at... Absolutely not. Absolutely not. With max benefit and natures and stuff, Dazzling Gleam, that's fine. That has to be Scarf. Yeah, it didn't do anything else but Dazzling Gleam, but it's like, oh, wow, though. Wow. That was really, really odd. It was incredibly odd. Okay, so max stats for the beneficial nature, it caps at 173. So it had to be Scarf to be able to outspeed, which means the Eerie Impulses was to compensate from using a choice item. That makes a little bit more sense. All right, our final match of the day. We've got Urshifu, Iron Hands, Sinistra, Ursaluna, wow, Cresselia, and Hisuian Arcanine. Now we do have a Trick Room variant team staring at us, except for maybe Arcanine and Urshifu, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be that Trick Room thing. So what we're going to want to do is this. I have no idea. Okay. Well, Psychic's weak against their own moves. So until Creselia's down, or maybe someone else, I think Sinistra might be the best one to use here. Let's open up with Urshifu, Sinistra, so that we can target down the Cresselia or hit anything else. Then we'll bring in Garchomp and, excuse me, Iron Hands. We're not going to worry about bringing in Tailwind here. It's not going to make a difference. I could be faster than that entire team, but it won't do anything if I can't outspeed them via Trick Room. So if that's going to be the hand crutch that they want to go with, I'm all for it, but it needs to be done correctly. So we have Iron Hands and Cresselia versus Urshifu, and Sinistcha. So I can already foresee a thing coming out to me for Fake Out. So let's swap to my own Iron Hands. And let's Shadow Ball the Cresselia. Cresselia's gonna live this. It's not gonna really do anything. But he can't Fake Out Sinistcha. Shadow Ball. No Fake Out. Ooh. That's a lot of damage to the Cresselia. And I dropped the special defenses too. Wild Charge goes right into that slot. Nothing. Here comes that Trick Room. Okay. Twisted the dimensions. Now we'll Fake Out the Iron Hands. Actually, I want the Iron Hands to attack me. Fake Out the Cresselia so it can't use Lunar Blessing. And then I'm going to Shadow Ball into that slot, knocking it out. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Here comes Ursaluna. The Mind's Eye. Fake Out. No action for you. Drain Punch. Little damage. Shadow Ball. Doesn't do anything. Not to that Ursaluna. Okay, Iron Hands is going to Drain Punch the Ursaluna because it's probably going to Terra to normal, and I'm going to Machagacha to hopefully get the burn on the Iron Hands on that side of the field, and then maybe survive one or two more attacks. With your Iron Hands, good call. Cresselia. That's kind of terrible. You're hoping to get off a couple Lunar Blessings. Drain Punch. A lot of HP just went back to Iron Hands. Calm Mind. That's a good setup. That's good. That's good. Machagacha. Oof. Almost KOs that Ursaluna. But it does burn him. Does get the burn. Oh, I get the burn on both. That's dope. That's even better. Leftovers heals up Ursaluna just a tad. But the burn comes in after that and lowers it back down to where it was. And I even hit the Cresselia. Okay. Let's Drain Punch the Ursaluna and Machagacha the both slots. I'm okay with that. Protect on the Ursaluna. Drain Punch. So I go first before Cresselia. That's good. Is that for both? Oh, it does. It goes for both. Cresselia might be going down here. And Machagacha. Boop. Oh, it does not go down. Lunar Blessing does go off on the Cresselia. Heals the burn and heals him for a Citrus Berry. That's dope. But I don't think Ursaluna's going to survive very long. I move before he does, I think. I'm going to Shadow Ball into Cresselia slot. I'm not going to Machagacha this time. Although it would be super effective against the bear, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Terra into the bear, turn him to Terra Water. Okay. So no Terra Normal, but we do have Terra Water. So Machagacha would have done a lot of damage here, but it's not going to because I didn't use it. But I am going to Drain Punch to get Iron Hands back up to full. Almost full. It's pretty close. Blood Moon activates and hits the Sinistcha for a lot of damage. Lunar Blessing again on the Cresselia. It's real unfortunate. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. As dimensions to return to normal. Garchomp comes out. Wild Charge into Ursaluna. And I'm going to go ahead and just Dragon Claw. Who's in the back? It's Urshifu. Maybe I should have brought out Urshifu instead. Levitate. Right. Dragon Claw. Cresselia. Dragon Claw goes. Not much damage. Ice Beam ×4. Survives the attack. Earth Power on the Iron Hands. Does not live. Oh man. Shucks. Okay. Bring out Urshifu. Do I have anyone in the back? I don't. It's just Urshifu and these two. Alright. Let's go ahead and Terra Water, Surge and Strikes. Let's close combat. Go right into that Ursaluna. Good question. What do I do here? That's super effective. Oh, it's only to Cresselia. Yeah, we'll just take out Cresselia. That's second faster Pokemon. Yeah, let's do that. Terra Water and the Urshifu to Surge and Strikes into Cresselia after the Dragon Claw hits the Cresselia as well. So if it doubles into a, if it does protect, it's a good call. But that one Calm Mind, oof. Dragon Claw, boop, gets it down to 1 HP. Surge and Strikes is now gonna knock out this Cresselia. It's 2v4 right now, and I'm kind of not here for that. Kind of. We'll see what happens after this this turn. Cresselia fainted. Here comes the Blood Moon, right into the Ursaluna, or it's an Urshifu. I'm sorry, and it goes down. That's not good. If it didn't KO him, maybe, but that Calm Mind bonus that they got, maybe I should have like Matcha Gotcha'd. I think that would have been like the better play, but I didn't. But I don't think it would have mattered because the bear attacked before me. So yeah, it's 1v3 and I'm locked into Dragon Claw and I'm about dead. Fake Out's gonna hit, Blood Moon or just anything else is gonna hit. So we went 2-2. That kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Not too bad though. Good games all around. Fire Ogerpon for a graph. Torkoal, Indeedee. Excuse me. Armarouge and Fluttering. So Sun, Trick Room-ish type of team. I don't really have any way to counter Indeedee and Armarouge as much as I would like to. I do not think it would be wise to bring in Tornadus. I mean, we can. I don't have anyone that's going to really take advantage of that, so to speak. So I think what we'll do instead is bring in Urshifu, Iron Hands, Garchomp, and in the event that I do not have to deal with, you know, Indeedee or Armarouge or Trick Room as a whole, I will bring in Tornadus. That way he's going to be in the back first of all. That way I can just get in an advantage somehow of maybe outspeeding Fluttermane. It's going to be really weird and awkward, but I can suspect that Fluttermane's going to be added as just like a end portion. But they do open up with Indeedee, Armarouge. Psychic Surge goes up. So no Psychic Seed. Okay. No Psychic Seed. Probably gonna get hit with some sort of move here, like Follow Me. So let's U-turn into the Entity. And let's Drain Punch. No. Reslam? No. Wild Charge? Wild Charge. Into the Armourouge. Withdrew the Entity. I can't read that. To the Torkoal. Okay. Armourouge uses Endure, so it's hoping that I would hit it with like my water type moves, which it's not. It's probably gonna want me to proc the weak armor and the other move that it will have right behind it. I'm not obviously doing that. Obviously, right? I don't really want to hit into that slot. Wild Charge goes right into there. It's probably gonna still proc the weak armor, and it does raises its speed. Whoa, 2 stages. Okay. And I was damaged by the recoil slightly. Let's go ahead and do the Rock Slide, because that's gonna hit both. Maybe, well, I think Torkoal's more of a problem. No, Trick Room's not up yet, but I believe that he is more of a problem. Wild Charge goes right into that Armourouge again. I did that much damage by himself, so it's safe to assume that I might knock him out. So he's again, he probably has weakness policy. That way, if Urshifu did hit him, it was going to do a lot of damage. But I wasn't expecting this strat. So it's a really good fake out move, or like a fake out thing. Withdrew the Torkoal. Bring out someone else I can't read. That's probably Entity, and it is. Terra. And it's going to go to the Armourouge. Psychic. So it's going to go opposite of what it was doing before. I mean, it can still use Endure, but Expanding Force is going to do a lot. Sloppy Tantrum is going to go right into the Entity. Doesn't do a whole lot. And I'm going to get hit with Rocky Helmet. Double hit with 2 iron, like into both Pokemon. Knocks down the Garchomp. Does not knock out the Iron Hands. Do the Assault Vest. Here comes the Wild Charge into that slot. Does knock out the Armourouge, but I think Iron Hands will fall here. And it does. Bringing in Tornadus and Urshifu now. Sent out Fluttermane. Ooh, okay. Oh, since this is activates due to the sun, speed was heightened, so it's 307. Terra. Sun is still out. How long is Sun out? 3 more turns? But I don't think it matters. But I need to Terra so that I withstand the Fluttermane's attack. So we will set for Fluttermane. And I'm just going to go ahead and go straight for the Bleak Wind. Not worry about the... not worry about Tailwind. I could try to outspeed, but I don't think it's really going to matter too much. Instead, what I want to do is just get... Oh, maybe not now. Dazzlegleam's going to hurt like a lot. Oh, Bleakwood Storm barely, like both Pokemon just barely hold on with the helping hand. But here comes the speed falling from Entity, Surgeon Strikes into the Fluttermane, which in the sun is still going to get the KO. Oh my gosh. Both Pokemon just barely held on, even through the plus. That's insane. Actually, that's really insane. Surgeon Strikes into the Torkoal. Bleak Wind Storm is gonna go. I'm the fastest Pokemon on the field right now with at least Tornadus, so no one besides Helping Hand and Protect is gonna really move faster. Torkoal's gonna Protect. I mean, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna stop you from getting hit from Bleak Wind. Absolutely. Please hit Indeedee though. It's not. No. No. Here comes Surgeon Strikes in the sun, which is not going to do a whole lot. Well, that might knock out Torkoal. But if this Indeedee did like Dazzling Gleam, the game's over. I mean, it could also do a Trick Room, but it hasn't moved yet. But if it does that Dazzling Gleam, it needs to miss. Torkoal goes down. Dazzling? Trick Room. Why? You just needed to attack. I mean, Dazzling Gleam's still gonna go off, right? You're still gonna Dazzling Gleam. Psychic. Oh no! Please hit Bleak Wind. Please hit Bleak Wind. Please hit Bleak Wind. Please hit Bleak Wind. Come on, come on, come on. Isn't it? Would it be enough? I think it would. It is. Okay. It's like I knew that Fluttermane would be in there because it's like a lot of times it's like a filler throwaway Pokemon. It's like, oh, I just need to outspeed. But the Sun team was brilliant. But in this case, it just didn't seem like it worked. I also got really lucky by having both my Pokemon survive the Dazzling Gleam from that speed boost. If it was special attack and then the Helping Hand came up, absolutely they would have knocked me out, but not the case. Yes, let's go. All right, next match is up. We've got Clefable, Rillaboom, Chestnut, Fluttermane, Dragapult, and Heatran. Okay, so I do need to be able to outspeed the Dragapult, so I'm going to walk in with Garchomp Tornadus. Chestnut, Dragapult, and Rillaboom are physical. I don't know about the Fable. I would assume that's physical, but I am definitely going to bring in Arcanine. And I'm going to bring in Urshifu just so that we could deal with the Heatran. I don't think Iron Hands is going to be good here, or Sinistra, so we're going to leave them in the back. Dealing with Fluttermane and Dragapult is probably going to be the biggest hurdles I have to deal with as a whole. I don't think Rillaboom is going to be a big problem, and Chestnut could also be weak against flying as well. And if I recall correctly, he might be grass fighting, which means he would be 4 times weak against Tornadus. So, but Clefable and Chestnut open the field with Tornadus and Garchomp. With Clefable being here though, that's a really weird thing for Garchomp, so we'll probably swap him out. Who do we want to? Let's bring out Arcanine. Yeah, let's do that. I negate anything that Clefable could do because it is part fairy. I do not know what its abilities are off the bat. It may still have Friend Guard. I'm gonna double check that. I've already locked into my moves, so I can't really change anything. It still does. No, it has Magic Guard, Unaware, and Cute Charm. It's also special base, so that's fine. But calling Garchomp back. Prevents all damage from direct moves, excluding Substitute, Belly Drum, Curse, and Pain Split. That's Magic Guard. And Unaware ignores stat modifications. So it could be Unaware. Could be. They're going to Terra. It's going to go straight for the Chestnut. Turn him into Steel. So Flying type moves isn't going to do anything realistically. But it still does quite a bit of damage. Bleak Wind does hurt. Belly Drum goes off on the Chestnut. Now, does Clefable have Heal Pulse? Citrus Berry activates on the Chestnut. Okay. And up, life dew. So it's kind of like that. Heals up just a bit. Heals up just a bit. There we go. And then we've got leftovers on the Clefable. Okay. So let's go ahead and Bleak Wind. And does this thing have Follow Me? I know Clefairy does. Does not look like it does. At least I'm not seeing it as a TM. Remember, that's after you. No Follow Me to C. Okay. Flare Blitz in the Chestnut. Withdrew Clefable. Brings out the Rillaboom. Ooh, that's actually a terrible choice, if you ask me. I like the Surge. Like, you want to have that terrain out there, but ooh, Grassy Glide goes right into the Arcanine, and that's a +6. Ooh, okay. Maybe not now. Liquid Storm misses Chestnut, but will hit the Rillaboom for a lot. Does not get the KO, but it does get really, really close. Okay. Grassy Glide, gotcha. That's a priority. Garchomp. Big Wind, and I'm going to Terra. Stomping the Chestnut. Ooh, that belly drum. Nice setup. I gotta say, that's a pretty nice setup there. Fake Out goes over to the Garchomp, which is totally fine. Rough Skin does just a little bit of damage, but I'm primarily using it for Tornadoes. But no, Grass Knot. Chestnut still avoids the attack. Rillaboom goes down. So Chestnut, what are you gonna do? You didn't use Grassy Glide. Drain Punch. Do you really want to like keep up on the little HP that you're missing? Sends out Heatran. Switch. Yeah. Urshifu. Actually. Protect. Stompy Tantrum. And we're going to hit the Chestnut. I'm assuming that he's going to think that I'm going to swap, and Heatran doesn't really do anything to me. So I'm going to Protect instead. Stomping Tantrum into Chestnut. One hit KO. Get out of here. Thanks for playing. Finally, that Pokemon goes down. So now it's just Clefable and Heatran. And Heatran uses Terra Blast, which is a normal type move. You can definitely tell that he didn't really mean to Terra. Well, he meant it because of the opening, right? But obviously Heatran can't do a whole lot outside of that. So I'm going to taunt the Clefable. And I'm going to... Yes, I know. Stomping Tantrum the Heatran. You do get Follow Me. When do you get... You're not on the list. You must have learned it from Clefairy and it just carried over. I'm okay with... What the... What? Anyone else see that? That was nuts. Fable gets hit for a little bit. Earth Power right into the Garchomp. It is going to knock it out. It's unfortunate. I was going to do that to you, Heatran, but a little Clefable got in my way. See, I knew Clefairy got Follow Me, but he didn't use it. So it was like, maybe he doesn't have it, or I'm just not realizing that that is the thing. But that's okay, because now we're going to swap in to Urshifu here, which is going to be faster than this Heatran. Clefable cannot use that move again. I'm going to Surgeon Strikes into Heatran, and Clefable cannot do anything else but attack. So, unless it has Quick Claw, which I doubt it does. I highly doubt it does. I'm going to get my attack off first. Most likely in both occasions. Heatran's kind of slow. But it is going to be the one-hit KO on this Heatran. Leakwen does a little bit more damage to the Clefable, which is what I wanted. Speed falls from the Heatran and the Clefable, so take that. Surgeon Strikes into that slot. Now, depending on what Clefable does, if it's Dazzling Gleam, it might knock out both my Pokemon, but I don't know. Heatran fell. Moonblast into the Urshifu is going to knock it out, which is unfortunate. Because I don't... Yeah, it's got leftover, so I don't think Tornadus is going to be able to do it. It's got 29 health. Ugh. Alright, let's give it a try. Liquid Storm connects. Does not. The Grassy Surge and the leftovers did it. That was it. We barely lost match 2. Dang, that was a good match. Just barely lost. No. Maybe I should have went right into the Clefable and left Heatran alone. That's probably what I should have done. I should have went into the Clefable instead. All right, our third match. We've got Water Ogerpon, Tornadus, Hisuian Arcanine, Grimmsnarl, Golden Go, and Iron Hands. Okay, so because they have Tornadus, I'm going to need to be able to keep up with that particular speed. We'll walk in with Urshifu though, because then we can use U-turn or close combat to knock out this Water Ogerpon, depending on what type of set that it's going to be like. We will bring in Garchomp to take out Golden Go, as well as Iron Hands and the Hisuian Arcanine. And Grimmsnarl, we don't really have anything. We'll bring in Iron Hands though, just so that I have a counter to him. And I could also go, trade Drain Punches back and forth. But I could also have my Iron Hands face up against their Tornadus, which then could weaken them considerably. It's like almost a one-shot, depending on how they're trained. And usually it's a one-hit. Like, it's not even a close fight at that point. Okay, so they open up with Grimmsnarl, Golden Go. I can't taunt either one of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and Bleakwind Storm. And U-turn off the close combat. That doesn't do anything. Well, U-turn off the Grimmsnarl because he's probably going to use Parting Shot. Oh, Fake Out goes first. Hits the Urshifu. Bleakwind Storm comes in and misses both of them. That's dope. Urshifu Flinch couldn't move, and Nasty Plot for free. Love that for me. Let's go ahead and protect on the Tornadus. And I will U-turn up the Grimmsnarl again. They're gonna Terra, probably the Golden Go. And it is. Okay. Make it Dragon. Okay. Okay. The Nasty Plot is going to do a lot of damage with its thing. Reflect goes off. So physical type moves is negated. U-turn though goes right into that Grimmsnarl. This comes back to me. Kind of want to bring in Garchomp, but I'm afraid of Make It Rain. Make It Rain with a +2 may knock out Garchomp with no problem. I'm gonna bring out Iron Hands instead. Shadow Ball. That would have definitely done some damage. Definitely would have done some damage. We will Bleak Wind again. And I will Heavy Slam. No, I'm going to Fake Out instead. And I'm going to hit the Golden Go. I don't want it to do anything this turn. Probably a leftover set. Yep. Protects. Totally fine. Here comes the Parting Shot. No Parting Shot. No, Fake Out goes before Parting Shot. So here comes the Parting Shot. Light Screen. Gotcha. So it does the dual screens first. Bleak Wind Storm. Misses the Golden Go. Will it hit the Grimmsnarl though? It does. For very little. But it does hit the Grimmsnarl. Let's go ahead and activate Tailwind. And I'm going to Heavy Slam. Actually, no. We're going to Drain Punch into Golden Go. We're going to hit the Golden Go for the max amount. So here comes that Parting Shot. Like, I knew it had it. Just depends on when it went. So retreats back. I can't read that. Arcanine. Drain Punch. Goes into the Golden Go. Nasty Plot again. So, ooh. I just noticed something. I don't think I got a -1 from Arcanine. Interesting. Swap to Urshifu. Drain Punch. The Arcanine. We're going to get Tornadus out of there just so that we could get a little bit more in. Drain Punch goes into the Arcanine. It's a one-hit KO. Get out of here. Even through screens. Crit and all. -1 attack. One shot this thing. Shadow Ball goes right into the Iron Hands. That does a lot more damage because it is +4. It is +4, but that's still a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Now, realistically, Mr. Golden Go has opened him up to a position that may not be likable by a lot of Pokemon. So hopefully the next one's a little bit easier. Ogerpon, gotcha. Ogerpon is gonna definitely set up with a follow me, like, hey, come over here type of deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set up with the U-turn into that slot, and I'm gonna Drain Punch. Should I Drain Punch it in the face? I mean, I could, right? It's probably not best. I mean, U-turn's not gonna do a lot of damage to it, but it is gonna direct me over to that slot. So I'm gonna hit it. And then Yeah, I'm gonna Drain Punch it. And if it goes somewhere else... Oh, Spiky Shield. So I might have knocked out my own Iron Hands. Ooh, Protect off of the Golden Go. Okay. U-turn. Takes us down half. Urshifu comes back. This will bring up Garchomp now. Now this should open up quite a bit now. Iron Hands Drain Punches into the Ogerpon, which isn't gonna... Oh, it did not knock himself out. That's dope. Leftovers does heal the Golden Go. So now he's back up to full. Tailwind is still up and is up for one more turn. Should I Terra? I'm afraid that... Yeah, we're going to Terra. No, we're not going to Terra. Terra is bad. That's a water type on that side of the field. I'm going to hit the Golden Go with my Garchomp. And I'm going to Wild Charge into Ogerpon. Here comes that Follow Me that I knew that was going to come out sometime. Dragon Claw. Doesn't do a lot. Here comes the Wild Charge. Boom. Knocks down that Ogerpon. Shadow Ball. Right into my Garchomp. Please live. Does not. Unfortunate. How much health do you get back up? It's like just a sliver. One sliver. Bring out Tornadus. Sent out. Grimmsnarl. Okay. I'm gonna use Tailwind. Heavy Slam into the Grimmsnarl. Big out goes into the Tornadus. Guess what? Tailwind still goes off because I've got the Covert Cloak. Heavy Slam. Does not get the KO on the Grimmsnarl, but it does get really, really close. Here comes the Make It Rain, making it -1, but it doesn't matter because the double KO comes out. So now it's +3 instead of +4. The only thing is, I don't know if I have enough firepower to knock out Golden Go. I don't think I do. Problem is, he doesn't... Oh, man. Let's give it a shot. Terra Water to make myself not weak against steel attacks, so I've become less affected by it. Even with a +3, I might be able to live, but it is a special attack, so it's up in the air at this point. But I am going to Terra, and I'm going to hit this thing with everything that I've got with close combat, because Grimmsnarl literally has nothing else but Parting Shot, and it can't even use that. I think it has to struggle and knock itself out. I mean, it can still use screens, but they're going to fail. So it can't do anything else. Parting Shot. So -1 my attack and special attack. But it can't go back. Close combat. Nope. That's half. Shadow Ball. Yep. And we lose to match 3. That was a good fight. Like, I wasn't... It was definitely pressed. Like, I don't think at one point in time that I didn't have a way to win. But Golden Go is one of the Pokemon that I definitely don't have a counter for. Outside of Garchomp. And once you take out Garchomp, he's gone. Like my win condition to maybe knock out that Pokemon was out of here. So it was one of those things. Like it's like, oh, yay. All right, we've got Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Landorus, Water Ogerpon, Iron Hands, and Galarian Zapdos in our fourth match. So we do need to be able to outspeed the Fluttermane, not Fluttermon. Yeah, Fluttermane. And I don't really think we need to outspeed anyone else on this team. We could potentially walk away from Tornadus and not really care, but everyone else except for Arcanine is really super effective by that Fluttermane. So I don't really want to put them in that kind of position. We will bring in Tornadus and Urshifu because I will live Fluttermane's basic attack. And if I do feel like Ogerpon is going to come out, I will go into close combat and go from there. I think bringing in Sinistcha, so if I do see Iron Hands, I could swap out into that Pokemon just so that I don't get like Drain Punched or anything like that. Plus I could take out the Landorus, the Water Ogerpon, and still deal with the Zapdos. I think he's still flying. He might just be pure fighting, but we'll have a reason to deal with him. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll bring in Arcanine and leave Garchomp and Iron Hands in the back. Let me check on Galarian Zapdos. His name is still Zapdos. So Galarian Zapdos is Fight Flying. So no longer Electric. So we have Iron Hands and Fluttermane versus Tornadus and Urshifu. Booster Energy activates and Speed was heightened for the Fluttermane. Okay. Speed was heightened. Should I spend the energy? I mean, I don't have Garchomp with me now, so it's not going to make a difference. But Fake Out could do a lot of damage, but I also get put into pressure with Wild Charge right off the bat. So Tailwind, and we're going to swap to Arcanine. -1 the attack on the Iron Hands just so that we get a little bit more of the thing. Plus, if he does do the Fake Out on that slot, I am not totally affected by not doing anything for the turn. So Fake Out does go into that slot. Good on you. Tailwind. Double my speed. Icy Wind comes out. Very little to the Arcanine. Does a little bit to the Tornadus. Takes it down to a third. Or takes it down a third. Maybe even a fourth. We'll go ahead and get Liquid Storm up and going. And I kind of want to do Will-O-Wisp. But I could see... Yeah, let's get Will-O-Wisp. No, I don't want a Terra. Yeah, let's get Will-O-Wisp up on the Iron Hands. Fluttermane's going to protect. Liquid Storm will not hit the Fluttermane. And we'll miss the Iron Hands. That's dope. Okay. And Will-O-Wisp will land on the Iron Hands. So now -1 and Burn should make it so it does not one-hit KO anyone on my side. Volt Switch does go off of Tornadus. So it's going to leave the field now. But it was burnt before. So take that. Okay, sent out. I can't read that. So Water Ogerpon. Okay. Liquid Storm. Swap to Sinistcha. Hospitality is going to heal up Tornadus. Spiky Shield. Liquid Storm. Misses Ogerpon, but will hit the Fluttermane. Icy Wind. Super effective on Sinistcha and Tornadus, but Tornadus does not lose any speed because he's got the Covert Cloak on. So any secondary effects do not take effect on him. And secondary effects or stat changes? I think it's secondary effects. Anyway, he's not affected by that, but I am going to Bleak Wind Storm again, and I'm going to Terra, and I'm going to Matcha Gotcha. No, Terra and Shadow Ball the Fluttermane. It's probably going to protect here, but I'm going to make it so that I'm not affected by Icy Wind from the Fluttermane. With its speed being heightened with the booster energy, I'm still outspeeding it, which is interesting. Which means they didn't put in the full amount that they would have. Which means they probably put in the 205 with the booster energy. And then just invested everything else into HP and maybe special attack. So that's good to know. Bleak Wind Storm. Will hit both, does a lot of damage. Dazzling Gleam comes out. Will knock out the Tornadus. Sinistcha is still going to stay strong. Here comes the Ivy Vigil, which shouldn't do that much. Does not. Shadow Ball right into this Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out. It's a good thing I know that Ogerpon moves before Sinistcha, so I will have to retreat it. And Tailwind's gone. Oh, that's even before Tailwind. That's even better to know. Bring out Urshifu now. And they sent out someone I don't know. Landorus. Gotcha. Intimidate goes off, which is totally fine. Yeah, they still have Iron Hands in the back, so they did retreat him. Okay. Iron Hand, or not Iron Hands, but Urshifu hits that guy. Do I risk it? Strength Sap. Yeah, let's Strength Sap. They're gonna Terra. Goes to the Landorus, so they're leaving Water Absorb on Ogerpon. Make Landorus flying. So the Terra Blast here could do a lot of damage. Follow Me goes over on the Ogerpon, which is totally fine. Terra Blast goes into Urshifu. Does not get the KO, but Strength Sap, which was supposed to go over to the Landorus, will now go over to the Ogerpon instead, and I will heal up to full, and I have no weakness on that side of the field. However, that being said, I do have a weakened Arcanine. Well, I shouldn't say weakened, but he is not going to be able to do anything to the Pokemon. Oh, I didn't do anything to Landorus. It has Intimidate. That's interesting. We'll burn the Landorus. And I'll Matcha Gotcha that side of the field. Withdrew Landorus to bring out Iron Hands. Horn Leech. Onto the Sinistcha. Super effective, but I'm not taking as much damage. Will-O-Wisp back over on the Iron Hands, but it's already burnt. Can't do anything. Matcha Gotcha. Hits both. Can't really burn the Iron Hands, but I'm hoping that it burns. Yes! I went ahead and burnt that guy. Dope. Okay. And with Ogerpon burnt, it's only a matter of time before he gets knocked out. And it's kind of the same thing with the Iron Hands over on that side. I'm going to protect, and I'm just going to Strength Sap the Iron Hands so that it gets even more minuses, as I have no one to switch to at this point. Fake Out goes right into Sinistra, which is totally fine. Ivy Cudgel goes into the protected slot. And Sinistra just kind of sits there and does nothing, as he's flinched. But I'm okay with that, because the alternative is like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Ogerpon is now 1 HP from being knocked out, or 1 attack, I should say, from being knocked out. I'm probably going to activate Spiky Shield, so I'm going to attack that slot over on the right. Extreme Speed. They did not Spiky Shield, but Ivy Cudgel goes into the Arcanine, does not get the KO. Activates the Citrus Berry. The burn and the -1 saved him there. Drain Punch will not save him, which is unfortunate. Well, guys, we're like really high in the ranking, and then I lost like 3 matches in a row, and we're just gonna drop really far. Strength Sap. It's a Sinistra. Minus its attack even further. And Ogerpon survives with just barely any HP left. Maybe I should have went into that slot, but I was really sure that it would like Spiky Shield so it didn't get knocked out, just so like in a situation like this where you could still attack and still do something. But it is what it is. Horn Leech will go into the slot, does nothing because he's burnt and -1. Volt Switch does very little as well. So he doesn't have Wild Charge, he doesn't have Thunder Punch. Instead, he just invested into Volt Switch, which isn't bad per se, but it's definitely one of the ones I wouldn't have focused on. Intimidate goes off, lowering down Sinistra's attack. Machagacha, which isn't going to do much to the Landorus. Hopefully it burns him though. I heal up just a smidge, and then again another smidge. No burn on the Landorus. Unfortunate. Heal up just a little bit more. Most likely a Choice Scarf from Landorus. Okay. And we'll just continue with the Machagachas. I mean, I don't really have anything. Fake Out hits Sinistra, which is totally fine. Terra Blast. I should be able to live this because that's a physical attack. Now here's the crappy part about it. Because Sinistra is slower than both those Pokemon combined, I don't think I'm going to be able to survive the next turn. In the event that I do, I'm going to totally suck up the Landorus' attack. In the event that I do. Terra Blast. Nope. I was like, if I do, I'm going to take it. If I don't, then I don't. Maybe if I was Terra Steel, I'd be able to survive multiple attacks from both of them, but probably not. The Iron Hands by himself would do Drain Punch, but again, he's burnt. Doesn't really matter, but still, not bad at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our 5th and final match of the day is upon us. We've got Rillaboom, Water Ogerpon, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Iron Hands, and Cresselia. I don't think this is a Trick Room setup, Cresselia, mostly Lunar Blessing Cresselia. But we do need to worry about outspeeding the Fluttermanes. If it's anything like how the last match went with their Fluttermanes, then we don't have to worry about too much, but we will need to outspeed them a little bit so that we can take advantage of what we're currently doing with our team. We'll walk in with Tornadus, Urshifu, Garchomp, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, Iron Hands. we'll leave Sinistra and Arcanine in the back. With those two hanging out back there, we won't have to worry about having to deal with like special defenses or special attack. Even though Sinistra did a really good like job last game, it wasn't enough, unfortunately. The misplay that I had with in regards to like Ogerpon and Iron Hands kind of made it really, really tough. But they opened up with Water Ogerpon and Rillaboom, which is dope. We do have to worry about Fake Out first and foremost, so there's that. But we can automatically get started with the Bleakwind Storm because I do outspeed both of them, and we'll swap out to Iron Hands. That way the Ivy Cudgel or the Spiky Shield that might come out of Ogerpon may not do anything, but we will at least absorb that Fake Out that we will eventually get and not care about it. You can also get hit with Grassy Glide, which... Oh, Fake Out goes to Tornadus, which is totally fine. But the Bleakwind Storm will come out and boom! Almost knocks both of you out because that does a ton of damage, and we're going to see your speed drop. Sword Dance goes on the Ogerpon, raising its attack by 2 stages. And because of Grassy Surge, you guys heal up for a little bit of HP. Now, dope thing, we're going to go ahead and just Bleakwind, and I'm just going to Fake Out the Rillaboom. I mean, Grassy Glide is available, and it's going to do a lot of damage. Withdraw the Rillaboom, so that's good. Brought their own Iron Hands. Spiky Shield activates on the Ogerpon, so everything was predicted to a certain degree. Fake Out into their Iron Hands, just doing a little bit of damage, you know, just to hit you a little bit. You know, just a light tap. Ogerpon doesn't take any damage, and Iron Hands just avoids the Bleakwind. That's dope. Love it for you, Tornadus. That's dope. Okay. We still do have to worry about Grassy Glide from Ogerpon, though. So, let's go ahead and protect on Tornadus, and I'll Drain Punch the Ogerpon. Now, their Iron Hands could still Fake Out, or it could go for the Wild Charge. I would assume it would go for the Wild Charge, go right into the Tornadus to knock it out so that I don't get access to Tailwind. And that would be the same, that would be one move that I have, unless I have Fake Out, in which then I would Fake Out the Tornadus. But I don't think they faked out the Tornadus. I think they faked out someone else. They hit my Iron Hands, thinking that I would go. Well, there's the Grassy Glide from the Ogerpon that I thought was going to happen. So we guessed it. We guessed it. Oops. Okay. I don't need to protect again. We're gonna Bleakwind, and I'm gonna start. Actually, no, we won't Terra yet. I'm kind of thinking about it. To be honest with you, I'm kind of thinking about it. Tearing Spiky Shield activates on the Ogerpon, getting ready for the next turn so it can do the Grassy Glide. Bleakwind misses Ogerpon. Please hit the Iron Hands though. Does a little bit of damage, but I'm hoping with the oh, there's a speed drop. That's dope. Mine will go first. There we go. Not too bad. Now, if it does Wild Charge to the Tornadus, I totally understand. Nope, Thunder Punch. It does still knock out the Tornadus, but I will still be able to work with what I've got. Okay, so in this particular situation, what I've got, I have Grassy Glide coming out, so let's not play around the bush. Grassy Glide's gonna come out from the Ogerpon this turn. Because I already used Spiky Shield, it can't do it again. But I'm gonna hit. Should I Rock Slide? No. Terrifier, Stomping Tantrum into the Iron Hands, and I'm gonna Drain Punch. No, I move faster. I don't think... Yeah. Stomping Tantrum. That. Wild Charge. That. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm staring right in front of a water Pokemon, which is terrible for me, but I at least resist the Grassy Glad that could come out. Grassy Glide does come out, and it hits the Iron Hands, which isn't that bad. Stompy Tantrum goes right into the Iron Hands. We'll get the KO. Oh, that was a crit too. That's dope. Let's go. Okay. Wild Charge. Boop. Double KO. So what do you have in the back? What's back there? What you got? Grassy Surge disappeared. Oh yeah, you got the Rillaboom. That's right. So come back out, Rillaboom with their Grassy Surge, and you have your Flutter Mane. All right. All right. I could dig that. I could dig that a lot. You have Fake Out. So you're probably going to Fake Out. Oh boy. I think I have to swap out Iron Hands here. I think Iron Hands is going to go down. Yep, Garchomp's going to get the Fake Out, which is totally fine. Hits the Rillaboom for a little bit of damage. Garchomp flinch, could not move. Shadow Ball, ooh, goes into the Garchomp, which isn't going to get the KO, but I definitely should have went for the Heavy Slam into the Flutter Mane. But because I didn't, it's not going to get KO'd. But I know what will now. This is their last Pokemon, so I have no reservations for this after now. So I'm going to do this now. Swap over to Urshifu, and I'm going to Heavy Slam into the Flutter Mane. Now, if they do the Dazzling Gleam, it's going to knock out both of these Pokemon 100%. I mean, Iron Hands might survive, but... Oh, the Shadow Ball? Okay. Right into the Urshifu, does half. Drops its special defenses one stage. But here comes the Heavy Slam. Brings it down to the Sash. I can respect that. I can respect that. I was not expecting that, actually. My thought process was swap out to Urshifu, or Garchomp from to Urshifu, do a little bit of damage, Flutter Mane attacks first, maybe knock out both of these Pokemon. Then what would happen after that is that Garchomp would come in and use Tech goes off, doesn't matter. Urshifu's gonna go right through it because Unseen Fist. Okay, thanks, bye. So the ending part of that was Garchomp would come in with the brand new switch with the Scarf, so he'd be able to outspeed the Flutter Mane no matter what, unless they use booster energy, which they didn't because they used Focus Sash to Iron Head it right in the face and knock it out. Cresselia, Flutter Mane, Ursaluna, Torkoal, Iron Hands, and Ogerpon. Okay. The only one I really have weaknesses for... I mean, I have weaknesses for everybody, but for Ursaluna specifically, it's Urshifu, and that is literally everything. The only one I don't outspeed generally is going to be Flutter Mane, so I'm going to bring in Garchomp and Tornadus, because I will outspeed them. Maybe I should bring it... I don't know if he's going to open up... That's a good question. Would they open up with Flutter Mane, or would they open up with someone else? I don't know. I'm going to bring in mostly special attackers, except for... It's half and half. Okay, I shouldn't be saying mostly. Okay, walking in with Tornadus, Urshifu, Iron Hands, and Garchomp. We'll leave Garchomp in the back in case if I need to swap into something to take out the Flutter Mane. I believe that is going to be a Pokemon that is used. That's what I believe. I believe a Pokemon is going to be used, or at least Fluttermane is going to be used at some point. I don't know if they'll go automatically into the Trick Room mechanics. It would make sense if they did, but if they do that, they leave themselves open for a lot of assaults. Oh, so it's Cresselia and Fluttermane right off the bat. Let's go. In this regard, I have to taunt. Tailwind's not going to be as useful here, so I'll do Bleak Wind Storm. Terra Water, Surging Strikes. Yeah, I'm going to do it. If it's Rocky Helmet, I guessed it. If it's not Rocky Helmet, I didn't guess it. But I'm going to Terra Water, Surging Strikes into the Fluttermane and hope for the best. The only two people that can counter Fluttermane realistically is Urshifu and Garchomp, and I'm not bringing out Garchomp like right off the bat. So Taunt goes off, taunts the Cresselia. Mental Herb? No Mental Herb, but Moonblast goes right into the Tornadus, drops him down to 7 HP. Here comes Surging Strikes. Here we go. Down goes Fluttermane. And Moonblast. Ooh. Double into the Tornadus slot. That was a nice call. Very, very nice call. We'll bring in Iron Hands now. Here comes the Ogerpon. Mold Breaker is activated. Fake Out. What's the good call here? Cresselia can't do anything, so it only has... Okay, so we'll fake out the Cresselia, and we'll Surging Strikes into the Fire Ogerpon, who can't realistically do anything. I mean, he's got the Wood Hammer. Boop. Oh, it's a one-hit KO against the Urshifu. My thought process was, it's like, okay, because he's got the fire mask on, he can't do anything because he has no other item that could be used. Obviously, that's not the case, but it is a thought that I did have. Okay. Garchomp now comes out. And we'll go ahead and Drain Punch. I did get hit with the Rocky Helmet. That's good to know. Effective. We have to hit the Cresselia a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and Rock Slide. Saw that one coming out, which is why I clicked Rock Slide and didn't really focus in on that Pokemon as much. Do a little bit to the Cresselia. Moonblast over to the Garchomp. Does about half. Iron, or while charging to that slot, it's hit by the Rocky Helmet. Now Taunt is worn off. And we'll just do our Rock Slide nonsense. Follow me. Totally fine with that. You're probably going to get our attention off to use like Lunar Blessing. But the double KO, or the double into that slot is enough to knock out the Ogerpon, but it does leave Cresselia open for a lot. Here comes the Trick Room. You probably could have just left that alone, but now I know what your last Pokemon is, and that's the Ursaluna. Oh, Torkoal. Okay. With Trick Room up, less likely. But I'm gonna Rock Slide, and I'm gonna still Rock Slide. I'm gonna hopefully be able to outspeed a lot of the Pokemon here. They're gonna Terra. Well, I know Garchomp will be moving last. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do a whole lot against the Torkoal Onslaught, but I'm hoping that here comes that Eruption. It's a double KO. Yeah. Sun boosted Terrifier, probably Charcoal. It would be something that I would use, but yeah, 0-1. It's a good thing I didn't bring in Sinistcha, because that would have been a really hard fight for her. Very hard fight. All right, next match up, we've got Tornadus, Okidogi, Fire, Ogerpon, Fluttermane, Grimmsnarl, and Heatran. So Arcanine is definitely not going to come in with us. I think maybe we bring in Sinistcha this time, but the question is, who would he be able to KO consistently? I mean, Machagacha could do a little bit of damage here and there. I don't know if it's going to be beneficial at all. Question is, who's going to team up with Tornadus? I think that's like a good question here. I think we team up with, you know what, let's do a Garchomp, and then we leave Iron Hansen, Urshifu in the back. I think that'll be fine for me. You know what? I think I found like a really nice core 4. Maybe two extra Pokemon might be helpful. Maybe on the more physical side. So maybe Rillaboom. That would definitely help out the team. Level us out a little bit. And I kind of want to bring back Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao is dope. Chien-Pao is dope. Okay, they opened up with Okitoki and Grimmsnarl, so we do have the fake out pressure kind of from the Grimmsnarl, but nothing else really. We don't really have to worry about outspeeding either, so we'll just go straight into the, let's see, Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum's really good. We'll go right into the Okidoki, because we're probably gonna get faked out. Hopefully it goes over to the Tornadus instead. They're going to Terra. It's going to go beat for the Okidoki, and we're going to change it to Dark. So hopefully, maybe they're hoping that I don't get like the hit on Prankster. Thunderwipe goes right into the Thundurus, or the Tornadus, which is totally fine. Stomping Tantrum right into that Okidoki, but because he's Dark type, will not get a one-hit KO, but, ooh, knows Ice Punch? Oh, that's good to know. Rough Skin does a little bit of damage, but I did get the crit on that Stomping Tantrum. All right, I gotcha. Liquid Storm comes in after that. Does not KO the Okidoki still, even with the crit and the crit and Rough Skin did not give it in time so that Tornadus could knock out that slot. So that's really interesting. I'm not going to switch into that. Let's go ahead and activate Tailwind. And I think I just... You know what? Let's pick out the Grimmsnarl. Good thing I did. Brings out the Heatran. It's a good subtle change in. He can't use his Terra for anything else now. So right now he's kind of like a sitting duck for Urshifu that's sitting in the back. So we're just gonna go ahead and Bleak Wind Storm. So now, even though that my speed is halved due to Thunder Wave, it's gonna be like normal now, I think. But yeah, we're just gonna Drain Punch right into that slot. Light Screen comes up from the Grimmsnarl. I think you should have done Physical first, but that's, you know, just me. But he did save himself or Grimmsnarl from being knocked out. Here comes Drain Punch. Ooh, goes down to Heatran. So you maybe should have done Reflect first. Heatran would have survived a turn. Oh, they bring out their own Tornadus. Let's go. Now their Tornadus is going to double my speed for sure. So I'm just going to Blink Wind again. And I'm going to, you know what? Wild Charge into the Tornado slot. Because they can activate Tailwind, and they do. That's totally fine. Blink Wind Storm goes off. Knocks out the Grimmsnarl, so he doesn't get to move this turn. And Wild Charge into the Tornado slot. Down goes Tornadus. So now it's just literally my team of 4? No, my team of 3. Garchomp was knocked out in the beginning versus the Okie Dokie. Oh no. With very little HP left. Oh no. And Drain Punch, let's go. Oh, Ice Punch goes right before Tornadus. Oh, well, maybe. That's really, really interesting. I mean, he does have Tailwind. My Tailwind didn't wear off, so mine's like basically normal, and his was like heightened. Drain Punch for Okie Dokie though, so it was a 3-on-1. Now it's a 2-on-1, and now it's a 2-on-0. I win. Let's go. 1-on-1. All right, next match is up. We've got Kommo-o, Rillaboom, Tornadus. We've got Hisuian Arcanine, Sinistcha, and Urshifu. We don't know which one it is, but it is Urshifu. So the Kommo-o is going to be very, very interesting, but I'm going to need to counter the Rillaboom as well. So I think we're going to start off with Tornadus and Garchomp. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers. So I'm really leaning into the Arcanine on this one. Fake Out would be really helpful as long as I don't put him in front of anyone that's going to knock him out right away. We also do put a little pressure on the Sinistcha as well. The only one I don't really do pressure on is Tornadus, but I will now because I'll bring in Iron Hands. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll leave Urshifu in the back, and I'll also leave Sinistcha in the back. Those two being left behind is probably the best options that I could do in this case, and I'm hoping that my chances are well met. So Urshifu and Tornadus, which is the Rapid Strike. I mean, we kind of guessed wrong. Urshifu coming out is probably a little bit more of probably a little bit more sucky. But what we'll do is that we will do Rock Slide instead so that we could do a little bit more damage. We're going to trade Tailwinds. I don't know what the Urshifu is going to do just yet, but no fake out pressure, so we don't have to worry about that. But I will outspeed this Urshifu for sure. Here comes the Rock Slide. It's going to miss the Tornadus, but it's going to hit the Urshifu. Not for very much, but does not prevent the Surging Strikes, which may get the Tornadus down, but that's okay in my end. Hit 3 times. Because now I can bring out Arcanine. Yes, Arcanine is weak against water, but I'm lowering down their attacks, and he's going to swap out of here immediately. I can also leave a burn before he takes off, but I could also tear into water and not have to worry about getting one-shotted by Urshifu. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to Terra, put the Will-O-Wisp onto that slot, and continue on with my Rock Slide assaults. He might swap out of Urshifu. Doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to Terra instead. Is that to the Urshifu? It is not. It's a Tornadus. Terra Steel. Okay. So you let yourself go to be hit with a lot of Fair Blitzes. But I'm also going to Terra. And I'm going to Terra my Arcanine so that he can survive on the field a little bit longer than expected. Here we go. Detect. That's a good call. Rain Dance. That's going to lower fire damage, and it's going to raise Urshifu's attacks. But here comes the Rock Slide. It's not going to do anything to the Urshifu because he's detected. does barely anything to the Tornadus because he also Terra to Steel. Urshifu outspeeds Arcanine, I think. I'm at 133. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. That slot, swap Garchomp out for Iron Hand so I can switch the attack. Switching the attack here allows me to hit that Tornadus with Stomping Tantrum, and I can also put a little bit more pressure with my Pokemon here. Barely take any damage from that attack. Here comes Surging Strikes into the Iron Hands. It's not enough to get the KO, I think. He might barely live. Barely lives with 2 HP. And that's a Life Orb. So Will-O-Wisp now comes in. To burn him. And I'm gonna go ahead and Extreme Speed into that slot. Actually, no, he's gonna protect. He has to. Put a Flare Blitz into the Tornado slot. And in the event that he does protect, I'm going to hit Tornadus with Fake Out. No detect on that side of the field, so I guessed wrong. He went straight. That guy's got the Covert Cloak. Good on you. Good on you. Citrus Berry is going to activate on the Arcanine, which is going to bring him back up to yellow. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, to survive. Oh! Yeah, ooh, I mean, yes. Awesome. Special defenses fell. Flare Blitz. So the Tornadus gets him in range to knock him out. I might have knocked myself out as well. And I did. I forgot I had clicked Flare Blitz and not Extreme Speed, so I was like, where's my attack? Like, that's really off. Tail ones are gone. And since that is a Life Orb, Urshifu. Oh, here comes the Rillaboom. Grassy Glad's going to come in and do a lot of damage. So with this case, I think it's just best to just Dragon Claw and hope for the best. Fake Out. It's the Garchomp. Rough Skin rocks. Garchomp could not move. Surging Strikes. Not enough to KO. Rough Skin hurts it again. Skin. There you go. But that did get him really low. Hit 3 times. Due to Life Orb. He's still standing? Bro, Chacho, you've got to be kidding me. But the match is over. This game's done. It's 3-on-1. One's burnt. And he's got Grassy Glide. So I'm just going to hit the Urshifu. Oh, Aqua Jet. Does not get the KO, and you knock yourself out. Here's, yeah, there's that Grassy Glide. No. We foresaw that, right? Like, we didn't have to do anything. Like, there wasn't anything that we could have done, but it is what it is. That early knockout for Tornadus was crucial. in my opinion. But 1 and 2. Next match, we have Iron Hands, Water Ogerpon, Chimpao, Landorus, Heatran, and Amoonguss. Dope. Okay. So let's kind of open us up with Tornadus, Urshifu. I do survive quite a bit with Sinistcha against this team, so we'll bring that guy as well. And yeah, we'll bring in Iron Hands. We'll leave Garchomp and Arcanine in the back, and that is because of the fact that the type matchups for those two against the Pokemon on the other side of the field is not going to be the best that we could ever survive with, but we could get a little bit more damage out of the ones that we have here, which is Iron Hands and Landorus for their side of the field versus Tornadus and Urshifu on mine. So we do have instant fake out pressure automatically, but we also do have automatic pressure on Tornadus, who we don't necessarily want to lose right away. But we could do a lot of damage regardless of what we have. But because we do have fake out pressure, I'm going to do Tailwind. Swap into Sinistcha in case of that Wild Charge is going to come to here, or if the fake out comes over here as well. That way he gets a lost turn and I don't have to worry about it. But they swap out the Landorus to bring out Ogerpon. I switch out Urshifu to bring out Sinistcha. And it depends on what this Iron Hands does. Does it attack into Tornadus with Wild Charge? Does it do Fake Out? I did not see Fake Out, so it is a physical attack. And what is that? Is it Wild Charge? Wild Charge right into the Tornadus and knocks it out because it doesn't really live. It is not calc to live that, but I could make it calc for next season. So that's a good attack for Iron Hands as a whole. But I'll bring in mine. So now we have a cool wave of Pokemon here. I'm going to fake out their Iron Hands, and I'm just going to go ahead and do Machagacha and hope for the burns on both sides. With your Iron Hands, bring back out Landorus. Okay. Intimidate goes off. Lowering the Iron Hands down 1 stage, which is totally fine. Spiky Shield on the Ogerpon. Fake Out. There you go. Take that. And Machagacha, which doesn't do anything to the Water Ogerpon, but he's still Grass type, so he's not going to take as much damage. But, oh, and Landorus just avoids the attack. That's even better. I'm so glad that that could happen. Okay. We're going to Drain Punch now into the Ogerpon, and I'm going to go... You know what? Let's set up for the Calm Mind. Kind of regretting that decision for some reason. He hasn't shown that this Landorus is a water type, and I know that he's got... Let's do Strength Sap on the Ogerpon. With your Ogerpon. Sent out the Iron Hand, so he is realistically using the Revolving Door Pokemon. Stompy Tantrum right into the Iron Hands. Does quite a bit of damage. Strength Sap on his Iron Hands, lowering down his attack 1 stage. Drain Punch as well. Get up with just a little bit more of HP. Swap Iron Hands out for Urshifu. Actually, is that beneficial or not? I don't think it is anymore. I have to. And we'll click Machagacha, hopefully for the burn. I mean, he's kind of got me because I can't really do anything about lowering down their attacks, but I can avoid it as much as possible. Stompy Tantrum does a little bit of damage. Here's Machagacha, hits both sides of the field. Please get the burn. Drain Punch into the Urshifu does not do enough to get the KO. My Tailwind is gone. Aqua Jet into the Landorus. He's probably going to retreat that slot, though. Yes. And we'll continue our current thing. Matcha Gotcha on both sides of the field. So if he switches out, he's going to get... Yep, there goes Landorus. Sent out the Ogerpon. Oh no, I knew this. Oh, come on. Matcha Gotcha. It's like, I knew he was... Oh, he's going to swap out. He has to. He has to. And he did. Like, why didn't I just set up with the close combat right into that slot? I don't know. I need to stop second guessing myself. Because that's the second Pokemon I've lost. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And because Sinistcha's been out there since the beginning, almost, I haven't been able to really take advantage of, you know, of hospitality. So it's like, I'm losing. All right, so we will Matcha Gotcha still. Because he's a revolving door Pokemon. Like, Landorus into Iron Hands, swaps Ogerpon out for other Pokemon. Spiky Shield goes up, which is something I foresaw. Ogerpon protected himself. Fake out into Landorus. Does a little bit of damage. Matcha Gotcha misses Ogerpon. Will hit Landorus though. Will get the critical hit and knocks it out. Okay. Okay, I need to start using Calm Mind. I've had more than enough turns to get that up and running, so I'm going to. He's not really focusing on the aspect of, oh, well, you've got this. And because of that, I could take that to my advantage. Terra Water, so I don't get hit with that fire attack that's going to come out from Heatran. I don't think... It might knock out, but I'm not sure. He's going to Terra. It's probably going to go to the Heatran. It is. Terra Fairy. Yep. So... Okay. So I'm going to need to start beefing up a little bit here, but I'm also going to Terra Water, which is terrible to do right in front of a Water Ogerpon, because I'm going to get hit with Grass-type moves. Like, Horn Leech wasn't going to do hardly anything to me, but now it's going to do a lot of damage to me. Ivy Cudgel into the Iron Hand slot. It does not get the KO, but it does get a crit. Heatran is faster than Iron Hands. So that's dope. Iron Hands goes down. Calm Mind. Attack and defense rose. And I get a little bit of HP due to the leftovers. Alright. Too much. Gotcha. I could do Strength Sap, but I don't think Strength Sap is going to help me here. At least not right now. Here comes the Horn Leech. Super effective. Heals up for a lot. Like all of my HP pretty much. Earth Power. No, oh, come on. Even with the +1, you... Ah, man. 1 and 3. Sinistcha, man. Like, he's not bulky and special defense, like, at all. That's why I have Calm Mind on his set. He's kind of like a lost cause that game. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I Terra Water. Like, it was over. It was over. Ugh. The matchups for Heatran are interesting for Sinistcha. I didn't really calc anything for Heatran. Mine was primarily off of Chien-Pao and Tornadus. That's how I knew. And even Tornadus could knock him out like one shot. But with the Terra, he'd be able to live a little bit longer to do a little bit more stuff. So it's like that back and forth between. All right, next and final match of the day, we've got Indeedee, Armarouge, Ursaluna, Torkoal, Vikavolt, and Iron Hands. So pure Trick Room-esque team. We don't really have to worry about anything else. So what we have to do is try to work around it. We're going to bring in Tornadus and Urshifu because I don't have Crunch anymore. And Indeedee is going to turn off all priority. So we do have to keep that in mind. Fire types. Fire types is really going to take down Sinistcha if I bring him in. I kind of want to, though. Garchomp has to be in to avoid all of Vikavolt's things. Urshifu has to come in to deal with Armarouge and Torkoal. More importantly, what's his face? Ursaluna. Yeah, we're just gonna go in with our core 4. Arcanine and Sinistcha can sit at home. For some reason in my mind, it's like, hey, bring in Sinistcha. This would be a good matchup. I'm thinking, but which one? For who? It would be great to use against, you know, Ursaluna and Iron Hands, but we have Vikavolt, Torkoal, and Armarouge, who is on the field right now, to deal with before we even get close to where we're supposed to be. So Second Surge hits the field. The field got weird, so no more priority moves can be used, and the Second Seed was also applied. So yeah, special defenses go up by 1 stage for that. Now, because I am a prankster, I can't use priority moves. So we're just going to go ahead and open up with the Bleak Wind Storm. And I'm going to U-turn right off the bat on the Entity. It uses Follow Me, which is totally fine. It was going to be the target of my aggression anyway. Bleak Wind Storm misses the Entity, and it's going to miss the Armarouge. That's dope. But U-turn won't. That would have gotten the KO if it would have hit. That means Armarouge was setting up for the Trick Room, which is totally fine. Iron Hands comes out. Doop. This expanding force is going to be really, really hard to deal with. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. I'm going to Terra. And I'm going to Wild Charge. I mean, I don't think it really matters which one I go into. I think maybe Entity first. Because it could use Follow Me here, but I'm expecting a Helping Hands. I'm going to Terra Electric my Iron Hands so I don't get affected by Psychic moves because I'm part fighting. So Expanding Force would have done a lot of damage to me here. Follow Me. Yep. Figured that was going to happen. Wild Charge comes up. This is going to do a lot of damage. Boop. Unity gets taken out. Little damage from the recoil. Expanding Force. Tornadus goes down. He wasn't able to get anything done, but that's the demon of the beast, unfortunately. Ursaluna comes out now. So Ursaluna is a little bit of a problem. We could get set up with an Aqua Jet into that slot. Yeah, let's do that. Aqua Jet into Ursaluna, and I'm going to Drain Punch. I'm going to Drain Punch into that slot too. They're going to Terra. It's going to be the Ursaluna to turn it into water. Or, no, it's going to be the Armarouge, which goes to Grass. Thinking that I would hit that slot with everything that I have and reverse it or something like that. I don't know. Aqua Jet goes right into the Ursaluna. Protected by the Psychic Field. I forgot. Okay. And Earthquake does a lot of damage to the Iron Hands. Doesn't do anything. Yep. We're going to be in 1-4 today. Because here comes Expanding Force, and Urshifu is going to get hit a lot. Yep. Yep. That's the one thing that I forgot a lot. A lot, guys. Terrain. You don't want to deal with terrain? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And I did not do any of that. So we're out of here. How long is... Oh, 2 more turns? Yeah, no, we're done. We're 1-4. We're out. That's a victory. That's a 1-3, and they've got Trick Room, and they've got 2 of the slowest people on the field. Yeah, no, we're out. Ooh, this is a really weird team. We have Bellibolt, Mammothswine, Pelipper, Azumarill, Floatzel, and Abomasnow. Okay. I wonder what kind of team this is. This is gonna be springing on. So probably ice. You know what? This is probably a dual weather team with people that take advantage in both rain and snow. Probably 2 take advantage of snow than the 4 weather for the 4 other Pokemon that don't take 2. Anyway, we'll bring in Tornadus, Urshifu, Sinistcha, and Iron Hands. I think that's going to be the 4 I bring in. I don't think Abomasnow's going to be in here because it's just him and Mamoswine. And I have other Pokemon that takes care of like ice type. So I'm not 100% like sold on the idea, but I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong. Azumarill and Floatzel. Okay. So Azumarill is fairy type, so I do have to keep that in mind. I don't know. Right now I outspeed, but if they bring out Pelipper, it's probably gonna be Dunzo for me. Let's go ahead and Tailwind, Terra, and let's go ahead and just U-turn off Floatzel. I'm assuming Pelipper is in the back somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where they would be, but I'm definitely assuming that 100%. Okay. Tailwind goes off, so now I become faster. U-turn. Do a lot of damage to this Floatzel. Urshifu comes back, and let me go ahead and just bring out the Sinistcha. Taunt off the Floatzel into the Tornadus, which is totally fine. Bop. And Charm, which is going to lower the attack. Yep, definitely does that. Okay, Bleak Wind Storm, and I'm going to go ahead and do Calm Mind on the Sinistcha. Sinistcha just relies on its physical attack, or special attacks, not physical attacks. So Charm going into that's not a big deal. Retreats Floatzel to bring out Abomasnow. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bleak Wind Storm misses someone. Will not hit the Abomasnow, but it does hit the Azumarill. Don't get me wrong. That's still a really good target. Calm Mind goes over to Sinistcha. Soak. Why are you changing me to water? What? I'm a little lost. Calm Mind again. We're gonna go 2. Does not get the KO on Abomasnow or the Azumarill. Calm Mind on the Sinistcha. So I'm now +2 special attack and special defense. So even though, well, I'm water right now. Aura Veil goes off on the Abomasnow. Soak. What are you doing? He's now a water type. Dope. Just gonna retreat to go into Iron Hands now. And I'm just gonna Matcha Gotcha. Now, Abomasnow is not super effective against Matcha Gotcha, but the other guy, Azumarill, is gonna retreat. Oh, are you belly bolting? Is that why you did water? Yeah, you did water. Matcha Gotcha. Someone avoided the attack. And not very effective against Abomasnow. Bulldoze. Super effective on Iron Hands and the Belly Bolt. Belly Bolt's lost its speed. Electromorphosis. It's a boost. And we'll also activate the weakness policy. Okay. Okay. Speed fell for those 2 Pokemon. Okay. And Talon's gone. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick out the Belly Bolt. And Shadow Ball the... We're gonna Shadow Ball the big guy right there. Belly Bolt protects. Good on you. Fake Out goes into that protected slot. Shadow Ball goes into... Oh, well, Blizzard goes first. Not very effective on any of my Pokemon, really. Here's that +2 Sinistcha, though. That's going to do a lot of damage to that Abomasnow now. Now, Discharge is eventually going to come out somewhere. I'm going to Drain Punch the Belly Bolt. And I'm going to Matcha Gotcha the both of them. Oh, it used Soak. Is that your entire strategy, is to change everyone to water types and then hope for the best? There goes little old Floatzel. Gets knocked out, for sure. Matcha Gotcha, or Belly Bolt gets charged with Electromorphosis. Drain Punch, not very effective, but here comes that good old electric attack. Airball Discharge. Yep. Saw that one happening. So they're down to their last two. I'm down to my last two. It sucks because my last two are not that great. Both are weak against electric attacks. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Hasn't used their Terra yet, but it is Azumarill and those Belly Bolts. I'm probably going to lose this, by the way. I'm hoping not, but we're going to do our best. Belly Bolt, I think, is electric, right? No, I don't know. But Snow stopped. I don't think that really does anything. They still have Aura Veil for one more turn. And they have +2 in their attack and special attack. Let's go into do that and just Bleak Wind. Let's hope for the best. Belly Bolt Terras. The Dragon. That's dope. So it's going to withstand a lot of attacks. Helping Hand from the Azumarill. Bleak Wind Storm misses someone. Hits the Belly Bolt though, so that's dope. Speed just drop another stage. But he gets a boost in his attack. Here comes that Surging Strikes. No, I don't think it's going to knock it out. Might. Nope. Not even close. Oh, he's going to get boosted every single time, isn't he? Bro, come on. You know, I'm more mad at myself because this strat should not have been able to beat me, but it's going to. It's 100% going to. Ugh. What gets me, right? This is what gets me. Scale Shot. Every time that you throw a scale should do a lot of damage, right? And it's supposed to lower your defenses and boost your speed every time it hits, but it only does it once after the possible 5 hit combo, right? So Baxcalibur would be taking advantage of that, but since it only does it once, it makes me believe like stuff like that shouldn't really happen to the Belly Bolt, right? It should go after one hit or after like the list of hits and not every single hit. But yeah, good game. I lost to that. I shouldn't have, but I lost to it. I think it would have been a lot different if I would have if I brought in Garchomp, but the dude literally brought in a Pokemon just to use Soak. All right, next match is upon us. We've got Hisuian, Goodra, Rillaboom, Heatran, Urshifu, Fluttermane, and Dragapult. Okay, so What shall we do with this bunch? Oh, bring in those two Arcanine. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers, and I'll bring in Urshifu to take out the Heatran, to deal with the other Urshifu, and maybe to deal with the Fluttermane. And with close combat, it might be able to do some damage to the Hisuian Goodra. Now, Goodra is weak against ground type moves, which I did find out Grassy Surge does negate the damage, or at least half ground type damage to Earthquake, Magnitude, and Bulldoze. It does not do Stomping Tantrum, which I think is kind of dumb, but I still understand it to some degree. So it's like, okay. It is going to be Hisuian Goodra and Dragapult versus Garchomp and Tornadus. So we're going to need to get Tail... Well, I outspeed Dragapult now unless it's Scarfed, in which I'm going to need to go ahead and just Terra. And I think it's going to Terra Steel. So I am just going to go ahead and Stomping Tantrum. Well, I need to get off track. Dragon Claw to Dragapult. I think it's good as Terra. I think it is. My gut is telling me it's going to Terra. I'm going to go with the Dragon Claw in the event that it doesn't Terra. And I don't think Dragapult's going to live. But we'll see. They are going to Terra. Please tell me it's not the Dragapult. It's not. It's Goodra. Okay, good. The Hisuian Goodra Terra's to Fairy. That's cool. So we're going to do a lot of damage to this Dragapult. I think Phantom Force has priority. It does not. Dragon Claw. Boop. Does get the KO. So it goes down or it's trouble. Goodra uses Shelter. So that's the only buff it's going to get from here on out. I am going to then bring out Arcanine. Oh, here comes the Fluttermane. Booster Energy. Heightened. Liquid Storm. Swap out for the Arcanine. Garchomp come back. Bring out the Arcanine to lower down Goodra's attack one stage with the Intimidates. I also negate damage from Fluttermane. So if it wasn't speed, then it would be a little bit harder. +2, so it's +4 special or +4 defenses. That body press is going to do a lot of damage. They do Trick Room, which activates Goodra's leftovers. Okay. So was that speed? Why would you activate Trick Room if you're just going to reverse the speeds? Seems really, really odd. I have Tailwind up. I'm going to protect. And then I'm going to Will-O-Wisp the Goodra. I thought about, like, maybe extreme speeding the Fluttermane, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Body Press takes out the Arcanine. Fighting. That's, like, not... Nothing I can do about it. Dazzling Gleam goes into nothing. I think I'm going to lose this one too. Trick Room's kind of messing with me. Freaking Garchomp. Liquid and Iron Head. The Fluttermane. Now Goodra's going to attack first. Oh, it goes for shelter. I'm okay with that. You get +6. That's fine. I wish I had haze now. Dazzling Gleam goes off. Does not get the KO on any of my Pokemon. Bleak Windstorm goes off. Misses the Gudra. Will hit. Okay. Knocks out the Fluttermane because it was a critical hit. I wonder who DC'd. Was it me or was it them? I don't know. Probably me. So who is it? Yep, was me. Well, that was annoying. Let's get prepared for our third match of the night. We've got Snorlax, Sinistcha, Hisuian Arcanine, Clefairy, Kommo-o, and Iron Hands. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 physical attackers. I mean, Arcanine would be useful here, but is he? We'll bring in Tornadus, Arcanine, Urshifu, and Iron Hands. We'll leave Garchomp and Sinistcha in the back. I don't think they really have anything that's, because like Urshifu and Iron Hands could take out the Snorlax, could take out the Iron Hands, can also take out the Kommo-o as well. With the sudden surge of like buffs and debuffs, I think Haze or some sort of Clear Smog is going to be very, very helpful. I think that's what I'm going to do for the season 12, maybe even a regional team. Arcanine and Sinistcha. Tornadus and Arcanine. So we exchange pleasantries by intimidating each other. Love it. Problem is, their Arcanine is most likely a... Why is the names not highlighted? That's weird. They're like faded. Like, oh, these Pokemon are already knocked out. Oh, here we go. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, why not? We're going to... You know what? Let's, Taunt Sinistcha. And I'm just gonna... Well... No. Bleak Windstorm, and I'm just gonna Flare Blitz into the Sinistcha. Withdrew Arcanine. Revolving Door Theory. So they're gonna leave. Sent out Snorlax. Okay. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna go towards the Sinistcha. What is your Terra? You chose Dragon. A lot of Dragon types. It's because Fluttermane's no longer like highly used. It's still up there. It's like high, like 40s, 50s, but it's not like required as it used to be. Speed Fell for the Snorlax. Flare Blitz is not. Nope, not gonna get the KO from the Sinistcha. The Sinistcha is like, nah. Sinistcha activates Trick Room. That's cool. That's dope. So we're gonna go ahead and taunt the Snorlax. And I'm gonna go ahead and... You know what? We're gonna taunt the Sinistcha. No healing for you. Thank you. And I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp the Snorlax. I don't have to worry about Tailwind right now, so I'm not going to. Sinistcha retreats. That's dope. Clefairy. Even better. Here, taunt. Now your Clefairy can't do anything. So you're gonna spend a turn retreating it. Belly Drum off the Snorlax. Drops its health a lot. Oh boy. Heals up by the Citrus Berry. So that brings it back up to half. But here comes the Will-O-Wisp. I was like, did it miss? Please tell me. But I hit. So that +6 you have? It's not really. It's +3. Still a lot of damage though, don't get me wrong. It's still a lot. But the Clefairy can't do anything. It's taunted. So we're protect on the Tornadus. Right? Yes, I'm gonna protect on the Tornadus. And I'm going to Terra Water. Actually, what a Bleak Wind, Terra Water, Flare Blitz into the Snorlax. Withdrew Clefairy. Totally cool with that. Here comes Sinistra. Here comes the hospitality. So that's one way to heal. Getting prepared for that fighting move out of Snorlax, though. Terra Water. Steel is probably better, but if it's a fighting move, I think Flying or Psychic is probably the best to go. Facade goes over to the Tornadus. It's gonna knock it out. Maybe Terra Ghost would have saved him from there, but I don't think it really would have made a difference. Flare Blitz into the Snorlax does barely anything. Like, he activated Tailwind. He doesn't have a screen up. Iron Hands comes out. We're gonna go ahead and fake out this. What's the turn like? 2 more turns of Trick Room. We're gonna Drain Punch the Snorlax, and I'm going to protect on Arcanine. That's what I'm gonna do. So what's the Snorlax gonna do now? It's super bulky, but it's like belly drum. Oh, Facade goes right over to Iron Hands. It gets the KO too? Man, you were burned. Gotcha. That's nothing. You are burnt, sir. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, you shouldn't be hitting so hard. Like, what is the point of being burnt if you can still, like, clutch wins like this? You don't have freaking guts. It's so weird. Anyway. Anything I do is just... Well, they have one more turn of Trick Room left. Aqua Jet into the Snorlax. Extreme Speed into the Snorlax. Let's hope for the best. I mean, it moves faster than me, so I have to try to live out Trick Room. Extreme Speed doesn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Aqua Jet did finally, but he's gonna get knocked out by Gotcha. Both Pokemon are probably gonna get knocked out here. Oop. Oh no, but that Sinistra's go back right up to full. 1 and 2. Ugh. Last couple of videos have not been mine. That is 100%. And Dimensions return to normal. That's dope. But is it really gonna matter? Here comes Clefairy. Clefairy with its follow me nonsense. Go right over there. And we're gonna go. Yeah. Sinistra. Oh, no follow me. I mean, it still didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, Extreme Speed does go first, then follow me. That's weird. I thought follow me always went first. Huh. Trick Room activates. It's all good. I'm locked into Aqua Jet, so I can't really do anything. Only real Pokemon I could possibly do something is Arcanine, and he's not very helpful right now. I misplayed so hard. But that's okay. Follow me. Yeah, it's fine. I still do a lot of damage, and I'm just locked into moves that aren't as helpful. Which is unfortunate, because like I thought that I had calced things to be effective to certain types, and Dragon was not one that I calced for. Absolutely not. I'm glad that people are starting to use Terra Dragon, but I wish I could make Garchomp live longer to be able to take out those Terra Dragons, because that's not happening, like at all. I gotta figure out something else, but we'll get there eventually. All right, next match, we've got Milotic, Charjabug, Noivern, yes, Noivern, Chi-Yu, Sinistra, and Ogerpon. So Charjabug, probably need to deal with Garchomp that way. Tornadus, Urshifu, Garchomp, and we will bring in Iron Hands. That's how we'll deal with this combo. The thing that I have to worry about is Milotic. So Milotic is not going to be one that I can easily take down, regardless of who I brought, right? It's a pure water type, super bulky, and will probably look beautiful. Because a lot of people like the shiny ones. I got one shiny recently. I'm super excited. That will probably be part of the team for season 12. And more on that probably later. I'm not sure. I would say, oh, it's just a teaser, but I don't know yet. I'm going to Terra Tornadus so I don't lose it to Charjabug right away. I am going to go ahead and click Tailwind. And I know that Chi-Yu is going to switch. Is it going to switch? I mean, it has to switch, right? Close combat the Chi-Yu. If it switches and it goes to Ogerpon, I called it right, and I'm close combining that thing right in the face, and it might knock out that Ogerpon. Now, if I didn't call it out, I'm still knocking out this Chi-Yu. Instead of it being a 3-pronged attack, it's just a one. It looks like it is just the 1-prong attack. So Chi-Yu stays on the field. Close combat right into that slot. Does knock it down to its sash. 3 hits would have knocked it out. Dang it. That's okay. I activated my thing. Charjabug is still out there. I don't really know what it does. Chi-Yu does Heat Wave. That's a lot of damage. What? Sticky Web. Okay, anyone on the ground loses 1 speed. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm still trying to figure out how they got knocked out so easily. I got the Charjabug, and I'm close combating Chi-Yu. Like, his item was Focus Sash, even investing everything that he had into the special attack, right? Modest, 252, should not have done that much damage. They were off types. Even Urshifu is in the yellow. And he's opposite typing. I mean, the -1 probably has a great deal to do with that too. Most likely has the whole reason why. Sticky Web, huh? Fake Out goes into Charjabug. They will not be moving this turn. Close combat goes right into that Chi-Yu. Knocks him out. I'm switching out Urshifu at the end of this. It's probably the -1, now -2 in defense is why that did so much. Still a lot though. That's an absurd amount. Absurd amount. How long does Sticky Web last for? Does it just sit on the field forever now? That's rough. If it's like Stealth Rock, that's really rough. Taking quite a long time to figure out the next Pokemon. There we go. And it's Sinistra. Hospitality heals up that little guy just a little bit. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and hit Sinistra with that. And I'm locked in to close combat, so we're going to get rid of that right now. What are you guys gonna do? Wish you come back, get you out of your -1. Summon out Garchomp. You get stuck in the sticky web, drops his speed 1 stage. Heavy slam. Oh, does a decent amount to that Pokemon. Iron Hands avoids the attack. It's a lot of damage to that Garchomp. A lot more than I want. Sticky web. But if it... Oh, you can't do it more than once. Oh, you can't do it more than once. And it just sits on the field now. Forever. Interesting. Okay. So we're just going to sit here and Rock Slide. We're going to do a little bit of damage to the Charger Bug, which cannot... I mean, I don't know how much HP he does have. It's most likely holding the Eviolite. That boosts his defenses by 1.5. So by 50%. Yeah, by 50%. It's like the Assault Vest. Instead of it being special defense only, it is both defenses. Makes it a little more easier item. And you can use Pokemon like Clefairy and Charge Bug. Wow, that's not even a lot of damage. Gotcha. Still a lot of damage to the Garchomp. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's insane. And he's burnt. That's dope. Are you like scarfed? Are you like perpetually stuck in that move now? That's so weird. Alright, let's do it again, hopefully for the flinches. Let's go. I mean, if that's its only job... Well, he wouldn't... He can't have Eviolite. Then what is his defenses? If he's only using Sticky Web. What? That doesn't make any sense. You can't only have Sticky Web. Can he? There'd be no reason to spam it. I'm gonna look this Pokemon up because it's weird. Someone dodges it and ends up being the Charger Bug. Gotcha because he outspeeds Iron Hands now. Knocks out the Garchomp. What are you? Not ground. Electric. Charger Bug. Battery is its ability. Powers up the Pokemon's special moves, boosting ally special attacks by 30%. I had no idea. No wonder. Okay. So there's that. He doesn't... I mean, he gets Sticky Web at 29. But does that really matter? Realistically, no. See if I can knock out... Well, it's not very effective. It's probably not going to knock him out. But we'll give it a shot. I mean, this Charge Bug ain't doing anything else besides boosting up everyone else's, special attacks. I had no idea. No wonder that Heat Wave did so much damage. Battery, just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and charge up everyone's special attacks by 30%. That's insane. That's a more percentage than Chi-Yu, and then Chi-Yu comes in and goes, hey, that extra 5% that you give everybody, I'm gonna give it another 5 or less than 5. I'm gonna give 25% defense drain or special defenses, and you're gonna give me a special attack boost by 30%. That's nuts. That's nuts. No wonder this Pokemon is just sitting. What are you doing? Finally, got rid of Sinistra. I don't think it really matters now. This Pokemon out here is just like acting like a menace. Charjabug, man. Yeah, I had no idea that I had that ability. That's insane. That's dope, but it's insane. Okay, I see you. Now I know to focus down Charjabug if I see it. Jesus. Anyone else have stuff like that? Who else has battery? Just Charjabug. I'm gonna like look at all the bug Pokemon and like, okay, which one, who has what? What can be like exploited or funny? Breaks the mold. It's just last two Pokemon. It is Charjabug and this Ogerpon. I think Ogerpon's gonna beat me. I don't think they Terra'd yet, which means it's gonna get the Embody aspect, and it's gonna do a lot of damage to my own Iron Hands. Too bad too. Kind of love it when I get notifications for Snapchat, and not only do I hardly use it, but when I get rid of all the notifications, they come right back and just like, but you didn't look at this video. And like, I don't? It's weird. Like, out of all like the social media things that I have, Ivy Cudgel goes first, hits Iron Hands. Yeah, we kind of foresaw that. Out of all the social media things that I have, the ones that I do pay attention the most, I barely get notified what's going on. It's weird. And the ones that I don't go on very often notify me all the time that stuff's dropping. Like, this is I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh my God. We had such a good start in this entire series. We were so good. And my team is literally falling apart, and I'm blaming it mostly on me. I don't think my Pokemon is to blame. I think I'm terrible at the game right now, which is not as great as I wanted it to be. Okay, so we got Water Ogerpon, Typhlosion, Hisuian, Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and King Gambit. So, as I was just saying a little bit before, I don't blame any of my Pokemon. I think all the terrible plays I'm making today is all my fault. And I need to be able to think this out just a little bit. I don't want to say smaller or shortly. It's just a little bit more. Okay, so with Ogerpon coming out, Iron Hands could take out that pressure and be able to withstand a couple attacks. But it wouldn't really get very far against King Gambit or Urshifu. Probably not to the Typhlosion either because it is Fire Ghost. But with Garchomp, might be able to do a little bit more. We'll start off things with Tornadus and Garchomp, because we do need to be able to outspeed. There's 1, 2, 3 physicals, 3 specials. I will bring in Iron Hands for sure, and I'll bring in Urshifu. We'll bring in our core 4 and leave Arcanine and Sinistra in the back. I can't read any of those. It is Tornadus and Urshifu versus Garchomp and Tornadus. So I outspeed both of them outside of Tailwind. So the question is, do I go to Tailwind and then start setting up? Or do I ignore that and go against them? Let's do Taunt on the Tornadus. We could do the Rock Slide. Doesn't do anything to the Urshifu. A lot of these attacks don't do anything to the Urshifu. We'll go with the Stab. Yeah, we'll go with the stab. Usually I'd go for like the rock slide, but I'm gonna go taunt first, turn off their quirkiness. Can't use Tailwind, so take that. Dragon Claw over to their Urshifu. Does 2/3, but it will not get the KO, but here comes the Rough Skins. This is gonna do a lot of damage. It's not gonna be like the Rocky Helmet damage, but it is gonna be enough damage to really set us up for next turn. There we go. Pokemon was hit 3 times. So now we will do the Bleak Wind, and I will Dragon Claw their Tornadoes. Could also swap out to Iron Hands now too. That might be interesting. I got to relook at his calcs. I don't I like the Assault Vest, but I think I'm not doing it justice with the build that I have currently. So I'm thinking about doing something else that's really, really weird. I'll get into that like much later. Dragon Claw into the Tornado. So that's a lot of damage. Surging Strikes goes into the Garchomp. That's a lot of damage now, but the second attack is going to knock himself out. I'm surprised he goes before my Tornadoes. He didn't do that before. But he's probably the Scarf variant. And so is mine. And mine outspeeds Urshifu quite a bit. And both of us faint with no problem. So who wins the speed tie? They do. That's a lot of damage. Well, I won't fault that, but Bleak Wind comes in and deals almost the amount of damage as the other Tornadoes. Now I can bring in my own Iron Hands. I can't read that, so I don't know what it is. Oh, Typhlosion, let's go. Here comes my Iron Hands. I still can't read that, so... Fluttermane, let's go. Booster Energy activates, and... it's special attack. Okay. We will boost the speed of Iron Hands. I'll go straight into Heavy Slam on the Fluttermane. Let's see if I outspeed Typhlosion. I don't think I do. I think he's... let's see. I think he's one of the only other Pokemon I do not outspeed. He's at 95, so he's definitely outspeeding Terra Normal? Terra Normal on the Fluttermane? Okay. Tailwind goes off. 95. Yeah, max speed and Hyper Voice? Are you serious? Oh, that's funny. That's dope. That's really, really funny. At max speed investment, it's 161 for the Typhlosion. Typhlosion does do the eruption, which means that he is, in fact, higher than 140, which is what mine is currently set as. And that's 70 with the boosted and Tailwind. And I still have Tailwind, so it's 3 out of 4. I'm going to Surging... actually... I'm going to Terra Water. Aqua Jet into... ooh. That's a question. What do I do? Air Water. Surging Strikes into him. I ran out of time. That was a good... I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I do have to Surging Strike, so I don't think Hyper Voice is going to do a whole lot of damage to Urshifu. But I have to focus on someone. Surging Strikes is going to go straight into the Typhlosion. It's a one-hit KO. That means I get the one hit KO on Fluttermane next turn. So I guess I made the right call here. Fluttermane still, oh, there's the Dazzling Gleam. He's gonna knock out the Iron Hand. Oh, Jesus. Okay, never mind. Oh, crit on Urshifu. That makes sense. I was like, oh, Jesus. Okay, that usually doesn't one hit KO, but she did get a booster energy, so maybe I didn't officially calc for that, but it was a crit, so I can't really have any answers for stuff that you don't have for, right? So not bad. It was our last Pokemon, and it was kind of hard to pick from, to be honest. It was like, I mean, it's up in the air. I might have been able to survive one more turn if I would have Aqua Jetted into a Fluttermane, or even just did the Surging Strikes into that spot. But at the same time, I didn't want to get hit really, really hard with Eruption. And Eruption, like, Iron Hands is out. It's just, what do I want to do with afterwards? So hindsight, I probably should have knocked out the Fluttermane first. That means the Dazzling Gleam would not have come out, but then I don't know about the damage for Eruption. It did move faster, but I was faster than it, so I would have been able to knock it out next turn. But yeah, I mean, definitely, like, it would have been super bad if it was like they did Eruption and then I got burnt after that. Like, oof, was not winning nothing that game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with all of our matches, and we are way, way below where I want it to be. So out of 100 fights, we won 48 of those and lost 52. We ended our season 11 rank at 24,885. Most of those was bad plays from my end. Like, obviously, I didn't use the Pokemon effectively this video, and there's nothing I could say else, right? Like, I didn't do well. It is what it is. We went 0-5 for sure in this particular video. I got close of winning twice, but one battle that I know I shouldn't have lost, I lost. So it is what it is. And that's super unfortunate. Let's update our thing one final time. And we ended at 48%. So we're above the record from last season, which was 42%. And the season before that, but it's still not a win. We need to be above 50% if we want to do really well at the Portland Regionals in a couple of months. So that's the goal. That's where we're going to go. That's where we want to be. Yes, but for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the video and the end of season 11 for us on this channel. I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. If you guys like it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, go ahead and dislike it. Lets me know that me not doing so well, probably not the best video for you, but it is a learning thing. And with the team now going to be changing, hopefully we find a new 6 that we'll work with. And again, if you guys want to see more footage of different teams I'm using, then let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll be recording any and all fights that I do on the ladder. I will be doing a ton. So the number of battles that we'll see, or that you'll see, should increase substantially, because I will be playing this harder than I have before. So fingers crossed. Let's do this, guys, and we'll go from there. Any and all comments that you guys want to leave behind, go ahead and put that down in the comments down below. It helps me get in contact with you if you guys don't want to join the Discord, which is in the description. And I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind, and it does help out with the algorithm with people get to see my channel. So the more the merrier. Thank you in advance, and I appreciate any and all comments you guys are going to leave behind. If you are brand new and want to support the channel, or if you're just watching my videos or just keep appearing to see how I do, then go ahead, just hit the subscribe button, and then you can hit the notification bell on the right and select that to all, and it'll let you know when I upload next, especially now since I'm going to be getting ready for the regionals. So I will be uploading a lot more after this point. So if you want to be updated, do those steps and you'll be great. And again, helps with the channel. And I want to say it, we did it, guys. I didn't want to say it because I was going to jinx it, but we've been here at been at the goal for 2 days. We're officially at the funny number of 420. I am so happy that we're able to hit it, and we haven't lost anyone. I'm hoping to gain a little bit more to have that buffer so we can say that we got it and held it and went further. For right now, I am super happy and super glad. And I don't know what next season's going to be like. Maybe just add another 20 subs on top of that, make it 440. That'd be dope. For the month of November, let me know what you guys think down below about that as well. I'm I'm just extremely happy and I'm glad that we're able to hit a milestone. I still want to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And if you guys want to help me out with that, that'd be perfect. I thought I was going to get a YouTube plaque, but apparently they got rid of that plaque. So now I need like 10K or like 1 million just to get a plaque. And that's a lot. That's a lot. But I'm pretty sure that we can hit it. And I know that we can with your guys' help. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my ranting. And congratulations, guys. It was a rough ride, but we did it. 100 matches before the month of October was over. My voice is slowly fading away, so I'm going to jet. Have a great rest of your day. Happy Halloween. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'm going to work, so I will be indoors all day. And by the time I get home, everyone's gone to bed. So it is what it is. But I hope you have a good day. And I hope that you do what you need to do, work on your goals, smile, pay it forward. And until next time, I'll see you later. The batches are coming out after this, so I'll see you sometime later on this week after today. Have a good one, and I'll see you then. Peace.